If you've ever felt ignored, really ignored, this is for you. Not just passed over in a conversation, not just ghosted on a message. I'm talking about that deep, soul level invisibility when you show up fully and it feels like no one notices. No one hears you, no one values you. You start wondering if you're doing something wrong, if maybe you just weren't meant to be seen. But you were, and you are. This talk isn't about complaining, it's about remembering. You didn't come this far to give up now. You came this far to wake up and start moving different. So, let's talk for real. Being ignored is one of the most painful things, and it doesn't have to be dramatic, it's subtle, quiet. You put effort into your work, nothing. You open your heart in a conversation, silence. You try to contribute, to show up, to be present, and people look right through you. It messes with your head, it makes you question your worth, it makes you shrink slowly without even noticing. And the worst part? The worst part is the world keeps going. No one pauses to ask, "Hey, are you okay?" But I want to say this. You're not crazy for feeling that. You are not weak. You are not dramatic. You are just human. We are wired for connection. We are wired to be seen. So when that doesn't happen, it hurts. It deeply hurts. But that pain, it's not the end of the story. You are not the reason they didn't see you. I repeat, you are not the reason. You didn't fail. You didn't lack anything. Sometimes people can't see your light because they haven't turned on their own. Sometimes you're in the wrong room. Sometimes you're just early. And maybe sometimes you're simply not supposed to be seen yet because you're still becoming. Let me tell you something. The most powerful transformations happen in silence. Roots grow deep before a tree ever shows up. And that's where you are, underground, growing, not stuck, just hidden, just for now. You don't owe anyone proof, and also you don't need permission to rise. Now is when most people quit, right here in this phase of invisibility. They stop creating, they stop showing up, they convince themselves they weren't meant to be seen. But that's the lie. The truth is, the ones who grow through the silence are the ones who own the spotlight later. You want to be respected? Start by respecting your own journey. You want to be heard? Start by listening to that quiet voice inside that says, keep going. Every day you show up, you build evidence that you're serious. Every silent step forward is power stacking. And one day, it's going to break through. This part right here, this is the hard part. Not because it's loud, but because it's lonely. But the ones who can keep walking alone, they become unshakable. One day, the people who ignored you will look around and realize you're not there. You're not waiting to be picked. You are already in motion. They'll ask, "When did you get so confident?" And you'll just smile because the answer is when no one was watching. You stopped waiting for recognition. You stopped explaining your worth. You stopped chasing visibility and started chasing greatness. Now you're in a different zone. You don't need the spotlight, you bring your own. And when the world finally catches up, you won't be surprised. You'll be ready. If no one's told you this today, I'm telling you that I see you, I see your progress. Not for who you're pretending to be, not for what you've achieved, but for the quiet strength it takes to be you in a world that barely pays attention. Keep going, not to prove them wrong, but to prove to yourself that they were never the reason. You were always meant to be here. You just needed a little more time to build something unstoppable. You've been ignored. Now make it impossible to ignore you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.